NADA 2026, Las Vegas. I'm here with Ryan Rohrman, I would say the king of data, and knows how to organize it, slice it. We're here talking about Dealer Cloud, our new partnership with Salesforce on our CRM, picking it apart. So I wanted to get Ryan's take. So what you took the sneak preview of it, only a handful of people got to look at it. What's your initial reaction?
I mean, I was surprised. So I went to this event last night with Cars Commerce, and I didn't know there was going to be this grand reveal. And so they revealed this partnership. And honestly, I mean, inside of automotive today, we have these two big platforms, DMS, CRM, right? And so everything else here supports one of those two things. And so it's either, do you find better products to make an antiquated system better, or do you find a better...
Tear it all down to the studs.
That's right. And man, it blew my mind, to be quite frank. I mean, powered by Salesforce, everyone knows that name. Every big city, they have a building in it. It's the #1 CRM in the world.
I've been wondering for decades.
Yes.
When are they going to get into this space?
Yeah, me too.
And they didn't have an automotive layer. DG worked with them for years to perfect this thing.
Yeah.
Worked out all the bugs, and I know that they made, just like all of us do, 10,000 mistakes along the way. Absolutely. And now we're seeing the fruits of all the, what comes after that.
It's awesome. I mean, it's Cars Commerce is going to be the one that's bringing it to market. And I think the partnership there is awesome. So I don't know.
What do you see from what you saw last night with the data you have and how cleaned up you've been doing?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, I have to think a lot of dealers are probably looking at you and they're like kind of like three little pigs. They're living in a straw house. You've been over here building a brick house, and they're like, "Oh, what's the big deal, Ryan? You're spending all that time doing it.
Yeah.
What can you do now with the data? How you built this infrastructure?"
So it's a tricky question, because I can answer what we can do now, which is awesome, but then what we can do with a platform like I saw last night. So I think that the auto industry as a whole has to change. It has to get to the point where we can sell and service cars at the same level as every other industry, and we're just not there. And so what I mean by that specifically is, when you buy stuff online today, what is that experience like? It's fast, it's easy. You click something on your phone, and then all of a sudden you get another message on your phone, and you're like, I can do this, this, and this, right?
Yeah, it's intuitive. It just goes to like Airbnb.
Right. So how much human interaction has occurred when I'm doing that marketing or buying something online? Zero, right?
Right.
And I'm saying, as a consumer, I love that, right?
And you can do it 24 hours a day.
All real time. So that, now you look at a dealer, can we do that? No. Frankly, we're struggling with, can we just teach our sales staff to send out a really good text message that at least is at the level of the consumer's not going to opt out on it?
Right.
That is
or you
so
don't have
challenging.
Conflicting messages of 12 different customers, like Kramer, Brian Kramer, Brian M. Kramer, and then they're all getting different. Like, I still get it from dealerships, right?
Yes.
They just emailed me about this other car that I haven't owned in 7 years, but now they're also asking me to buy another car that I wasn't interested in from bad data that the salesperson put in the CRM.
And that's just from the data standpoint. So like, you have bad communication with bad data. That's just a recipe for disaster. We have clean data, so that's great. But if our communication is poor, it's a challenge, right? And so what I saw last night is, it's automated. It's truly automated, down to the AI can read everything we've sent out, whether it's an iPacket or communication back and forth, and it can say, hey Ryan, this would be a really great text to send, instead of
just
Ryan winging it.
Trying to complete other tasks.
Yeah, and I'm not going to take the time, frankly, to read the history of that customer. They've serviced this car and this car, and so that AI is going to give the perfect message at the perfect time.
And connecting the service experience, so if they just had a bad experience, you're acknowledging it.
That's what I saw last night, and that's what got me excited. So that's the long-winded answer of...
He's the ultimate litmus test. So
I don't know. I was excited.
No,
That's cool.
I've been pumped. I saw you last night. I've actually been curious all day. I mentioned to a few people to get your take on that.
Yeah, it's cool.
What do you see next, though? Like you said, okay, I want to talk about what today. What do you see 3 years from now that could look like for your organization? From a reduction of leakage, spillage, there's so much waste in marketing.
There's so much waste. I think that it's all around. So number one, your data has to be clean. So everything else I'd say next, if your data is not clean, it's a waste of time.
For all the dealers because I thought I knew what that meant until I started working here.
Yeah.
Tell them what that means from your perspective.
So in our auto group, we have about 2.4 million files. So unique customer files. So what we found is 53% of them were actually accurate. Wow. So what does that mean? That is a mixture of, is that the way you actually spell their name? Is that the right address, phone number? But then down to like what you said, do you still own that car? And so when we're talking about Marcom and like activating marketing and whatnot, if you're marketing to your DMS data, to my DMS data, 50% of it's smoke. Because it's wrong on some level, it's just not right. So now we cleanse, enhance, and enrich our data monthly. So, because we did it originally one time in June or July of like last year, we cleansed it. We're like, we're good. We did it again, and we found
super interesting.
It was back. 50% was bad again in a year. Wow. So now we partnered with this company called Buying Signals. Awesome. And they do it real time for us. And the crazy thing is, it's very nominal. Like when you think of like, what does this cost me from a business perspective? Nominal
versus
money.
It saves you versus marketing to the wrong people,
Yes.
wrong audience.
Yes.
Or buying other leads from other people on customers you already have.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. If you're trying to market to the best customer, it's someone who's already done business with you. But if 50% of your data is bad, you don't need more. You just need clean. And if you do that, then I think you can cut down on third parties. I think third parties play a major role still. It's the leads that people are buying and they're just bad. You just don't need that.
From a third party standpoint, there's a exponential supercharger effect.
Yeah,
you have that clean data, and then you also know who's in market, you're putting those two things together.
They mix really well, and so we still are very dependent on that. And I just think that it gets to this point where the activation of clean data, it's not like what it used to be. Like on a slow day, I still remember telling my sales staff, all right guys, we haven't sold enough cars, go make 20 phone calls and blah, 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 whatever. We've all probably done that at some level.
Oh, I used to do it every single day.
Yeah, those days I think are gone, because now with AI and with clean data, we know the customer's journey. We know where they are in it. And so what we've seen is just our close rates just keep going up. And we're not getting less.
Average cost or advertising cost per sale is going down.
It's going down. So we're like every other dealer in the country. We saw average close rates on, I'll just say internet leads, at like 12%. It's fine.
It's average, yeah.
Yeah, it's average. It's
a lot of people would consider that really good, actually.
Okay. But then it's like, well, if we start getting cleaner data with better responses, when people want to see it, what happens? And we saw our close rates go up, up, up. So we hover on internet alone. We're 18 to 22% on that close rate combined. Like some are better than others still, but as a combined close rate on HTML submitted leads alone, that's where we're at. And it's because the data is good and the response going out is appropriate and it's not overbearing.